Science explorers, discover the wonders. What is gravity? Once upon a time, in a colorful science lab lived a curious scientist named Professor Spark. He wore a shiny lab coat, big round glasses, and always carried his magical science book. One day, Professor Spark looked up and said, "Have you ever wondered why we don't float away like balloons? Let's explore the amazing force called gravity." Professor Spark picked up a bright red ball from his desk. He held it high in the air and said, "Watch closely." Then he let it go. The ball fell straight to the ground. "Gravity is a magic force that pulls everything down," said Professor Spark. "It's why we stay on the ground and don't drift into the sky like birds. Isn't that amazing?" Professor Spark walked outside and saw his friend, Mia, jumping on a trampoline. Boing, boing, boing. Mia laughed as she jumped up and down. "Do you see what's happening, Mia?" asked Professor Spark. "When you jump, gravity gently pulls you back down to the trampoline. Without gravity, you'd keep flying up into the clouds." "Why does gravity happen, Professor Spark?" asked Mia. Professor Spark opened his magical science book, and a picture of Earth appeared. "Great question, Mia. Earth is really big and heavy. It pulls everything toward its center. That's why we feel gravity all the time, even though we can't see it." "Let's do a fun experiment," said Professor Spark. He grabbed a feather and a book. "Which do you think will reach the ground first if I drop them both?" "The book," said Mia. Professor Spark smiled and let them go. The book landed first with a loud thud while the feather floated gently down. "Wow! Why did that happen?" Mia asked. "Because air slows down the feather," explained Professor Spark. "But in space, where there's no air, they would fall at the same speed. Cool, right?" Mia clapped her hands. "Gravity is so cool. It's like Earth's invisible hug."
Professor Spark laughed. "That's a great way to think about it, Mia. Gravity keeps us grounded and safe. Imagine trying to eat breakfast without gravity. Your cereal would float all over the place." They both giggled, imagining floating spoons and bowls. As the sun began to set, Professor Spark closed his magical science book. "Today, we learned about gravity and why it's so important. Tomorrow, we'll go on a new adventure and explore the water cycle." "Wow, I can't wait," said Mia. "Until next time," said Professor Spark, "stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of science."